Why do stars appear to move from east to west? Let us find out by doing an activity. Stand in the center of a big room and start rotating. In which direction will the objects in the room appear to move? Do you see them moving in the direction opposite to your motion? Do you observe if you're being in the moving train? So outside of the object, how it is moving opposite toward motion, right? If the stars appear to move from east to west, could it mean that the earth rotates from west to east? Now I understand that why sun appears to rise in the east and set in the west, as the earth rotates from west to east on its axis. My grandfather told me that there is a one star in the sky which does not move at all. How is it possible? For that, we will do an activity. Take an umbrella and open it. Make about 10 to 15 stars out of white paper. Paste one star at the position of the central rod of the umbrella and others at different places on the cloth near the end of the each spoke. Now rotate the umbrella by holding its central rod in your hand. Observe the stars on umbrella. Is there any star which does not appear to move? Where is the star located? Is there one star located where the axis of rotation of the earth meets the sky? Could this star also be stationary? There is actually a star, the pole star, which is situated in the direction of the earth axis. It does not appear to move. Constellations. Look at the sky for some time. Can you see some stars forming groups with some shapes? The stars forming a group that has recognizable shape is called a constellation. Constellations were devised by ancient people to be able to recognize stars in the sky. The shapes of constellation resemble objects familiar to those people. You can easily identify some constellations in the night sky. For this, you should know what a particular constellation looks like and where to look for it in the night sky. One of the most famous constellation which you can see during the summertime in the early part of the night is Harsha Major. It is also known as the Big Dipper, the Great Bear, or the Saptarshi. There are 7 prominent stars in this constellation. It appears like a big ladder or a question mark. There are 3 stars in the handle of the ladder and 4 in its bowl. In all ancient cultures, very interesting mythological stories have been associated with different constellations. Harsha Major, the Saptarshi. Saptarshi has been associated with several well-known ancient Indian sages or rishis. As you can see the figure, according to the ancient mythology, the 7 sages who form Saptarshi preserve the eternal knowledge of Vedas and explain it to people in every new age. Now we will do an activity. Observe this constellation for a few hours. Do you find any change in its shape? Do you find any change in its position? You will observe that the shape of the constellation remains same. The constellation will appear to move in the sky from east to west. I have heard that we can locate the pole star with the help of Harsha Major. For that, we will do an activity. This activity should be performed on a clear moonless night during summer at about 9 p.m. Look towards the northern part of the sky and identify Ursa Major. You may get help from elders in your family. Look at these two stars at end of the Ursa Major. Imagine a straight line passing through these stars. Extend this imaginary line towards north direction, about the 5 times distance between the two stars. This line will lead to a star which is not too bright. This is the pole star. Observe the pole star for some time. Note that it does not move at all as other stars drift from east to west. We will do one activity. During a summer night, observe the Ursa Major 3 to 4 times at an interval of 2 to 3 hours. Also locate the pole star each time. Does Ursa Major appear to move from east to west? Does it appear to revolve around the pole star? Compare your observation with the figure. In fact, all the stars appear to revolve around the pole star. Note that the pole star is not visible from the southern hemisphere. Some of the northern constellations may also not be visible from some points in the southern hemisphere. Orion is the another well-known constellation that can be seen during winter in the late evenings. It is one of the most magnificent constellations in the sky. It also has 7 or 8 bright stars. Orion is also called the Hunter. The 3 middle stars represent the belt of the Hunter. The 4 bright stars appear to be arranged in the form of quadrilateral. The star Sirius, which is the brightest star in the sky, is located close to Orion. To locate the Sirius, imagine a straight line passing through 3 middle stars of the Orion. Look along this line towards east. This line will lead you to a very bright star. It is Sirius. Cassiopeia is another prominent constellation in the northern sky. It is visible during winter in the early part of the night. It looks like a distorted letter W or M. Did you know a constellation does not have only 5 to 10 stars? It has a large number of stars. However, we can see only the bright stars in the constellations with our naked eye. All the stars which make up a constellation are not at the same distance. They are just in the same line of sight in the sky.